Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I would like to gift my book, The Golden Key, Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance to you at goldenkey.gift, where you can get the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD at checkout. All right, all you positive heads, welcome, welcome. Here we grow again. It is a fabulous Friday here in the studio as I record, and as always, I'm glad to be here, and I hope you are too. You wouldn't be here if you didn't want to be, unless someone maybe held you down and made you listen to Positive Head, which that might be a first. I don't know. Maybe someone out there has forced their spouse or partner, like, you got to hear this against their will. Hopefully we got through to you and now you listen to all the episodes, whoever you are. What am I going to talk about today? I don't know. Actually, I haven't given one moment of thought about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to talk about. And I usually, my shows are pretty spontaneous a lot of the time. Sometimes more than others, depending, but I usually have some direction that I want to go in. And today I'm just thinking, I thought I'm going to turn it on without even thinking. I'm going to just turn the microphone on and see what happens, see what comes out. So yeah, you're with me on this journey. Let's see where it goes. Here's something right at my fingertips that is very inspiring. My friend, magician friend, incredible magician, Chad. Actually, he made these little cards that are really inspiring. I think this would be something cool. I'm about to go to Burning Man, by the way, and people, it's a gifting economy, and this would be a great little thing to gift. Something like this. I'm going to read what his card says that he just hands out to people, and probably makes it, come from behind their ear or something. He's like I said, he's an incredible magician. So who knows what he does with these things, but I just found it the other day, cleaning up a little bit. And here's what Chad Nelson has to say about the universe. Even bigger than universally is indestructible, which is indefinitely, which is infinity. And when you're vibrating in infinite possibilities, when you are literally infinite, you are basking in infinity. You cannot be attached because the liquid that you see and the vibrations that you feel are infinite. So how can you grasp at anything because you are swimming in an ocean of infinite possibilities? So then you are unattached and vibrating there in abundance. And if you are in abundance, you are here. Literally nothing is in the way. It is easy. It is effortless. It is magic. It is wild. And you stay here, which is faith. Faith is an invisible blanket that surrounds you at all times, which is the same as abundance, which is the same as infinity, which is the same as the number 8, which is the same as liquid and fire, which is everything at all times, always. And you know it to be true. You can feel it in your core. It is magic. What is real is the moment, and the moment is glorious. And we recreate this mystery forever and ever. Wow. Go Chad, buddy. Good one. And then on the other side is, in smaller, the invincible invisible disappears when I look at it. A vanish of invisibility. I am interested in that. A double disappearance. All of a sudden a new layer forms. We see our own infinity. A vanish is just an appearance. Only transformation is possible. You can see why me and Chad are good friends. He's definitely like a brother energy in my life. And we haven't seen each other a ton in the last year or so, every couple months or so. But just one of those people in my life that just super magical soul, as you can see. And I love what he's talking about here. So, this idea, and I say it, all the time. Look, think about this for a minute. Sit with this for a moment. You're floating in eternity right now. You're in it. A lot of times we get into the state of like grasping and wondering, and how do I figure it out? And where do I go? I gotta do something in order to get there and survive and make it. And or as Jim Carey said, the other day, someone told me that Jim Carey was actually at our last event here at the Mystic Manor, and I'm like, I don't believe this. I don't believe it. I didn't see him. No one else told me they saw him. And then my friend called his friend who had told him about it. He goes, absolutely 100%. I actually got a chance to work with him years ago. He popped in. He was with a woman who, they just popped in for quick, 30 seconds and were gone. And I totally recognized him, no question. So what was interesting is then we had and I feel very like connected to that guy. Like I just love it. Everyone loves him, right? But I definitely feel like there's some thread of connectivity there. I intend to manifest him in my 3D reality. Well, he's been in my house. Now I just want to be able to talk to him when he's in my house. But so then we had an event here at the Mystic Manor yesterday. Yeah, yesterday as of this recording. And the guy who's putting it on does a really big event called Web Summit. And, they're all around the world, like, 70,000 plus people. And I was on a call with him about the event. And he said, your house looks like Robert Downey Jr. would be in it. And I was like, oh, well, I know Jim Carey was just here because it kind of looks Iron Man-y if you see it, right? The Mystic Manor. And I'm like, well, I just found out Jim Carey was here. And he had just posted, and then I go to his Twitter after, and he had just posted a picture of the Mystic Manor. And then 2 days before, something about Jim Carey doing an NFT or something. And so it's just like, that energy is just, there's that thread of connectivity again. But anyway, I digress on all that. I think I brought Jim Carey up because there's a great, I'm going to just play it, actually. I'm going to play this clip real quick from him talking at the award show. Take a listen.
Thank you. I am two-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carey. When I go to sleep at night, I'm not just a guy going to sleep. I'm two-time Golden Globe winner Jim Carey going to get some well-needed shut-eye. And when I dream, I don't just dream any old dream. No, sir. I dream about being three-time Golden Globe winning actor Jim Carey. Because then I would be enough. It would finally be true. And I could stop this terrible search for what I know ultimately won't fulfill me. But these are important, these awards. I don't want you to think that just because if you blew up our solar system alone, you wouldn't be able to find us or any of human history with the naked eye. But from our perspective, this is huge. One more time, here are the nominees for Best Motion Picture Comedy.
How classic is that guy? Oh gosh, he's so amazing. So then I would be enough. It's like you can't, you're already enough. There's, 1 award, 2 awards, 3 awards, 1,000 awards. You can't strive for more abundance from one perspective because you're literally swimming in an ocean of infinite possibilities right now. You are in it, unattached. You're vibrating there, and nothing is in the way. Like Chad said in the thing, it's easy, it's effortless, it's magic, it's wild. You are the magic. The striving for it is what pushes it away. The idea that you've got to scramble to get there and find yourself, and then you'll be enough. You know, you just heard it from a guy who has won all the awards, has been, you know, I mean, he's like Bob Marley, right? Who doesn't like Bob Marley? I think I've met one person ever. I always say, like, some, you know, it's like the one music no one doesn't like. And, you know, no one maybe is a strong statement, but you get the idea, right? And Jim Carrey's sort of that type of figure. Everyone loves Jim Carrey. He's like, you know, he said it before, I wish everyone could be rich and famous so they could see it's not where it's at. It's not what you need. So just save yourself the effort and suspense that if you got there, you would somehow be enough and be fulfilled, and then life could begin. Life is happening now. Don't let yourself miss another moment of it. I've missed so many moments by trying to get somewhere, being an uber overachieving type personality, which, by the way, I think in a lot of ways has just pushed away the inevitable success that does want to appear as a natural byproduct of me being my authentic self. Not I'm such a powerful creator. You're such a powerful creator. If I think I've got to do a bunch of things and jump through a bunch of hoops and get a bunch of awards and, you know, in order to then fully arrive, then you're so powerful you actually create that experience for yourself, even though the underlying truth of it is you're floating in abundance right now. You are literally in the ocean of infinite possibilities, inextricable from it. You're literally bobbing in an infinite sea forever. You can't not be in it or a part of it. You are powerful enough where you can put yourself like, you know, a goldfish in a fish bowl and then plop that in the middle of the ocean and say, oh, yep, see, I'm contained. We're powerful enough to pretend. You can construct that goldfish, fish bowl container for yourself if you want. But I think you've had enough of it. And I know I've had enough of it. And every time I relax more and just feel, you know, you have that. That's like true, like kind of people talk about being a boss, you know, that true like boss energy is like, I'm waiting. I don't have to scramble and seem desperate for anything to happen. I'm infinitely held up. He talked about in this, Chad talked about it here, you know, it is effortless. It is magic. It is wild. And you stay here, which is faith. Faith is an invisible blanket that surrounds you at all times, which is the same as abundance, which is the same as infinity, which is the same as the number 8, which I talk a lot about in my book, The Golden Key. We have the 8 keys, yada, yada. If you've read it, you know. Which is the same as liquid and fire, which is everything at all times, always. And you know it's true, and you can feel it in your core. It is magic. And on and on. It is glorious. I mean, that's how Chad talks, you know. I definitely should bring him on the show, actually. We've talked about this before. You guys would definitely appreciate him. I'll have to send him this episode. But yeah, so that's my very, very freestyle episode for today. I mean, literally, I was like, let's do an experiment and something new. 0 thought or preparation. Usually it's at least 5 minutes, right? And sometimes longer. And if I have a clip, I'm going to share or whatever. This was like completely off the cuff. And luckily, I found this little card from Chad, just happened to prop it up next to me on my little cactus. So as I looked around to think about what to talk about, what would come through. And it's another great example of everything that we're talking about here, right? I moved forward with the faith that, you know, let's be even more stripped down and raw. Let's just see. No, nothing up my sleeve to pull out, right? And trust that what I need and what's meant to come through will come through. And you become in a lot of ways. I mean, obviously there's a time and a place for preparation, right? But there's something to be said for, you know, channeling, you know, whatever you need into your life. Whether it's in the microphone in this case, whether it's what do I need next? I mean, I can think about it time and time again, even over the last few years with COVID and all the wild wackiness it threw at me to disrupt, you know, business and, you know, I mean, shoot, I was doing retreats every week and then also have a whole nother travel business. I mean, talk about an industry that's just crushed by COVID. And it's just like, oh, and then here's out of nowhere, left field, here's something else that totally makes up for it. And it's just like, it's ongoing. And yet why would I ever question that what I need is going to come through and show up for me? And why would you? I think we're tired. We're done with that. We don't need that anymore. The next part of your journey is knowing that you can't not be supported. Speaking of my book, one of the quotes, Chogyam Trungpa, I quote in the book, he said, "The bad news is you're falling through the air, nothing to hang on to, no parachute. The good news is there's no ground." Another way of saying all of this. So yeah, thank you guys, gals, aliens, whatever you are. Who knows? Maybe there's a chimpanzee that's just grown to the point where it can listen to the show. I just saw, so if you're a chimpanzee, thank you for tuning in. I just saw where someone dropped sunglasses into their enclosure at a zoo, and they like picked them up and put on the sunglasses. I mean, they're so like human-like, right? They're so intelligent. But anyway, I digress again and again and again. And you know what? I don't have a song chosen for you. But the song that comes to mind, how about longtime P-Head Joshua and Nathan, a.k.a. the Rad Hatter? We met at a festival, I don't know, maybe a few years ago now. And super epic dude. Yeah, he's a music producer. And I had him recently send me some music. And yeah, in the spirit of no preparation, not having a song picked out, Joshua comes to mind, the Rad Hatter. This song is called Dratini Tears. It's a good one. Hope you enjoy. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, love you so much. Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
tragedies in our life because we don't take a look at where the origin of the problem is. And it's always in self. So Ho'oponopono is about falling in love. Saying to the anger, I love it. Saying to the memory that replays anger, I love you, thank you for showing up, and give you one more chance to free. And so Ho'oponopono is just simply saying, I love you, thank you.